Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking coupon mistakes. We've all made them, we've all learned from them, and a lot of newbie couponers just don't know what mistakes are out there. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 of the top coupon mistakes that I've made, but have learned from in my couponing journey. So I'm so glad that you joined me today. Let's just dive right in. Let's dive into the first mistake that I see a lot on social media. And it just concerns me for newbie couponers because it's really important to understand what your out-of-pocket costs are. So the first mistake is not knowing how to calculate that out-of-pocket cost. I'll see a lot of times where a haul may be posted and it's an amazing haul and, you know, it will show these great products, but it shows someone using like $60 in extra buck rewards and only getting back $20 in extra buck rewards. But the way that they're figuring out their out of pocket is they're just considering extra bucks as free cash. Well, they're not free cash. You really have to think about this. And let me give you an example for CVS. And the same goes for Walgreens with register rewards and Walgreens cash. But for CVS, extra buck reward deals, let's say we have a deal for, we just had one this past week, Sure and Brute deodorant, they're $2, okay? So it's $2, you buy one for $2, you get a $2 extra buck. So after your extra buck earnings, your deodorant ends up being free after that $2 extra buck. But a lot of people, I've seen posts where someone purchases the deodorant, they use the $2 extra buck to pay. Maybe from last week they had a $2 extra buck. So they show that they're paying a zero balance and then they're getting a $2 extra buck back. So they'll say $2 moneymaker on deodorant. It's not really a moneymaker because in order to get that $2 extra buck from the previous week, you had to do a couponing deal where you probably had to pay cash out of pocket. So I always keep that in mind. You don't want to figure your extra bucks as free cash because technically it's really not. All right, big mistake number 2. This is really a big mistake, is not being organized. I fall into this category still to this day, not always being organized for couponing trips. I'm going to give you a couple of tips that I've been using that have really helped me out. Not being organized, number 1, keeping your inserts and your coupons organized and in one area. I have a tendency to, you know, sometimes we have like drawers in our kitchen where I'll throw some coupons there, and I have coupons in my office, and I have coupons in the living room. I don't really know where everything is at. Have one centralized area, even if you just get a plastic tub. I've done this and I failed too, but you gotta just kind of get your mind in a set like, okay, I need to do this. I need to stay organized because it makes your couponing journey so much easier. So try and find a tub or a desk space or a file folder, something to keep your inserts in so you're not always looking out for them. Another tip to staying organized is plan out your deals. Do not go to the store without a game plan. That is set up for failure. I'm telling you, that is just like, you don't ever want to do that. You want to make sure that number 1, you're not clipping coupons in store. Sometimes I've done those for like last minute deals, but have everything clipped, have everything in an envelope, have your out-of-pocket costs figured, what you want to use as far as extra buck rewards, but never ever go to the store without having a game plan. And the best thing that I do, especially with Sunday couponing, is I start planning that day before. So when I go on Sunday, I am ready. I know what I'm going for. I have some idea so that I'm not just like anxious in the store trying to figure out last minute deals. Now, before we continue, I do want to thank Dossier for sponsoring this video. One mistake you don't want to make is overpaying in perfume. Perfume is so expensive. Now, Dossier scents are inspired by some of your favorite name brand scents, and check it out. They start at $29. That is an amazing price point. Now, if you guys remember a couple months back in one of my favorites video, I introduced you guys to Fruity Magnolia. Now, this was the scent that I was using for summertime. As you can see, I really didn't like it. No, I loved it. This was such a soft scent, and you can see I'm almost completely gone with the bottle. But now that we're hopping into fall, it's kind of like a whole new world for me as far as perfumes. I'm definitely more daring and adventurous because I'm ready for those stronger scents. Now the scent that I'm going with is Oriental Oak Moss. And this is inspired by Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. And if you've ever smelled that, it has an amazing scent to it. And this smells exactly like it. So I'm super excited because that retails for over $100 and the Dossier version is just $29. Now the fun thing is you get this amazing little box in the mail. It has your perfume. It has a sample vial that you can test out before you actually go into the large perfume. So you can give this a test. There's enough for several sprays where you can say, yes, I love it. Or no, maybe it's not for me. There is 100% no risk return. So that is, you know, an amazing thing to know in your mind when you're trying some new products. You get this amazing little notes card, which it tells you all of the notes for your fragrance. And you can keep in case, you know, you forget what fragrances you've purchased in the past. You can always go through your little cards. But these are amazing too, if, especially with the holidays coming around, if you know someone who has expensive taste in perfumes and you want to introduce them to a whole new world of saving money with perfume, which is very hard to do. In this video, Dossier has a coupon code for my followers, Savvy10, to save 10% on your purchases. So if you're ready to treat yourself or to treat someone that you love, and there are men's fragrances, so keep that in mind, you can definitely shop for the men. Check out Dossier today. The third mistake is a costly mistake. Set a budget. We're all on some kind of a budget. Couponing, you can go from being a super saver to being a super spender. It all depends on how you figure out how much you want to spend in couponing. You know, my couponing methods have changed a bit because when I started couponing, I was on a very strict budget. I stuck to the budget. As I became a better couponer and started gaining more items, a lot of my couponing, you know, transactions are for donation for family members, donations to local shelters. We have a food pantry in our local library. So it's kind of a little bit different now, but you always want to set some kind of a budget because you don't want to overspend in couponing. And when you're setting a budget, set a budget too on price per item that you want to pay. So if you need to stock up on shampoo, what's your price point? And there's lots of different brands, so that could definitely vary. Same thing with like toothpaste and things like that. You really shouldn't be paying out of pocket. We get so many deals on those items. You should really stick to those and grabbing those free unless you really need them for your family. Number 4 is roll your store rewards. So what is rolling your store rewards? So each week at CVS and Walgreens, if you're doing regular couponing deals at CVS, you're earning extra buck rewards, which you can find on the bottom of your receipt when you make your purchases, or they will go into your CVS app if you are signed up with the CVS app. Now, for Walgreens, you're earning either Walgreens cash, which will be in your Walgreens account, or you're earning those physical register rewards. So those are store rewards. You want to take each week and roll them into new deals for the next week. Why is that beneficial to a couponer? Well, it helps you not pay so much out-of-pocket costs. So if you do the math and you try and get your transactions as close to those rewards, your out-of-pocket costs will be very low. So you're not going to have a lot that you're going to need to spend out of pocket. Now, personally, my favorite store to roll store rewards is CVS. Out-of-pocket can sometimes be, you know, $0 at CVS. That is how good you can really roll your store rewards. But again, you need to be smart. You need to make sure that you're sending your rewards to your card if you're working digitally, and that you're not letting any of those store rewards expire. But rolling will definitely be a huge game changer in your couponing journey. All right, the biggest mistake, and sometimes we're just guilty of it because we're so used of how coupons used to be, but now actual coupons are changing. And when I mean coupons, I mean our printable coupons, our digital coupons, our insert coupons. Read your coupons. And still to this day, I make mistakes. You know, sometimes I pick up a product that's not included in the coupon. I do not do it intentionally, and it doesn't happen like it did in the beginning. But it may happen once in a while. So we are all human. We definitely make mistakes, but it's really important to not just assume anymore that, you know, the Colgate coupon quantity is 4, because it's not 4 anymore. Now it's 2, and who knows, maybe next week it might drop to 1. So kind of being ahead of the game and just reading your coupon, so that way when you go to checkout, if there is an issue and the coupon beeps, you can show the cashier, oh, it's the 3.4 ounce. It says here on the coupon. You know, it'll kind of speed up the process and you'll feel a little better, and you'll definitely build some confidence. So one of the biggest mistakes, and it's not necessarily on the couponers, but it's understanding store policies. Store policies truly vary per store. You can go into one CVS and everything can work out just amazing, and then you can try and coupon the next week at a different CVS and it can be a total flop. You guys know what I'm talking about. And if you've had that experience, or if you're currently going through that experience, let us know in the comments below, because it has happened. I have stores that I'd rather go to and stores that I just, unless I'm in a pinch and I know they have a product I need, I only go to in those situations. But one thing to do is definitely take some time to read the couponing policies per store. You can go to the store's website and you can just type in coupon policy in their search code, or in their search bar, or you can always just type in, you know, CVS coupon policy and they will bring that up. I definitely recommend doing that, you know, twice a year and just kind of going over it. Now, keep in mind, things are not always written in stone in the coupon policy that work the same way in store, but at least you're understanding a little bit of how the store is working with coupons, and it'll just make your experience a little bit better. Plus, you can always print those out. If you have a coupon binder, you can keep them in your binder. Just make sure that you're, you know, checking on those, I would say every 6 months, to see if there are any updates. And one mistake number 7, I always feel so bad when I hear couponers say, you know, the transaction just went a flop, but I took it anyway. You don't have to take your transaction if nothing is going your way. Maybe the cashier is just having a bad day and none of the coupons are applying. Maybe the system's down, which happens a lot. Maybe you picked the wrong products and you're not getting the extra bucks, or your digitals aren't coming off. Before, you know, once the cashier hits total, that's for you to figure out, okay, did I do what I need to do? Is this something that I want to pay for? And never feel entitled that you have to take the products. You haven't paid yet. So usually when this situation happens, I'll just say, it sounds like I did something wrong. And, you know, hopefully you have a coupon friendly store and they're really workable with you. But sounds like I did something wrong. You know, I hate to do this, but I'm going to take a pass because for some reason the math is not correct. All of that good stuff. Because we know sometimes with store returns, that can be more of a headache than anything. So never feel bad. Just kind of keep a positive spirit and, you know, not being like, I'm not taking it, you know, try and keep a positive perspective, because you'll probably coupon back the next week. So you don't want that cashier to remember you from the week before. But never feel entitled. If the deal doesn't go right, it's okay to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take these items. And you can always try next week. There are lots of instances. There's situations that I've had where I've worked with a difficult cashier. There's situations where I've put items back. There's situations when I just wish I stayed home. Honestly, it's happened to all of us. And I hope to share those with you in other videos as well, because I think we can all relate, especially as couponers, having those experiences and learning from each other, because that's what we're here for. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I want to thank Dossier for sponsoring this video. Definitely check out their perfumes in the description box below. Save 10% with the code SAVVY10. Treat yourself for fall. I'm super excited about fall scents, so I can't wait to, you know, indulge and treat myself. But on that note, you guys can do this. I have faith in you. Stick to your couponing journey. We're all here for each other. There'll be good days. There'll be bad, you know, not so good days. But in the end, the journey is worth it. So I'm here with you. I can't wait to see your comments on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.